Hi everyone, how are you? It's Mandy Leahy from mypassionforscrapbooking.com, and I'm so excited to show you guys how I decorate my planner inserts using stamps. So I'm using the Inkwell Press planner inserts, and they go in my Louis Vuitton GM, which is the A5 size. So right now I'm just prepping my space. I'm putting a little bit of the ATG tape runner with 1-inch circles over the dates. That way when I do my stamping, it won't cover up the dates. And then I put a piece of cardstock and just use washi tape to attach it to this little board that I'm working on, and that way it's really easy to remove and it's not going to tear my paper. So the stamps that I'm using right now has these roses. They're super cute. It's called Hello Lovely. So I use just a solid base, and then I'm going back through and I'm putting the petals on. So the base I used was called Sea Glass, and that's a close to my heart ink color, and then I'm going through with the roses, and it gives it a really 3D effect, and I'm using Juniper. Now I'm using the two colors here that are kind of coralish are Smoothie and Sorbet. Almost forgot here. And this does the same thing. It's kind of hard from this angle to see the color variation, but they are slightly different in color, so you can really see that 3D effect when you're looking at it closely. Now I'm going to do the leaves, and I'm using New England Ivy. It's a really dark green, so I stamp it on my cardstock as like scratch paper, and then I'm putting it on, and it gives it, it's called second generation stamping, so it gives it a more faded look, and it's not as dark and intense. I go back through with the smaller ones, and I do actually stamp right on my paper just to give it some color variation. That way I don't have a ton of dark leaves on there. You know, you see a little bit of the light ones and a little bit of the dark ones. Now I'm going back through with another little leaf that kind of had little sprigs on it, and I'm using that Juniper color just to add a little pop of color in there and fill in those empty spaces that we're showing. Next, we're going to take off the cardstock and look. Isn't that cool? So right now I'm just peeling off the stickers. If there's any of that tape runner residue, I just kind of rub it off and it comes right off. But I thought this was super duper cute. And now that my header area is all done, I'm going to move on to stamping on the actual inserts. I'm using some cute little banners that are on the stamp set. All the details. It's an older stamp set that I have, but it works perfect with these cute little pennant banners, and I'm using the same coordinating colors as I did the header. I also have my insert, like the dividers and the little, you can see that rose thing up top, all of that coordinates. I made those as well. So I'm using the colors Juniper and Smoothie, I believe, for those banners. And then next I'm going to use my favorite stamp set of all. It's called Plan on It, and it is perfect for my planning. So I'm stamping to do across the top, and then I'm going to use these little check boxes. They're open check boxes, and then I can check them off as I get my tasks done, but I'm going to add those in there. And you can see here that I put to do, and then the next one was a little bit of line down. Unless I'm standing up, my eyes play tricks on me with the angle and seeing through the clear acrylic block, and so it was like one row down. So I just continued to stagger it, and then I added little arrows so that it didn't drive me nuts for being not lined up straight. But I went ahead and skipped a line, and that way all of my little check boxes are all coordinating all the way across. So I do 3 during the week and then 1 on the weekend. And then I always leave space to add more, but I'm going to go ahead and add in like a little reminder and a little, I'll put a little pencil there. That's like the day my son gets out of school early, and then I'm doing create because I have create time on Saturday. I have an event, and on Sunday I always do my planning usually. And then I'm also adding in like little reminders and little tasks throughout the week that I have. There's so many different stamps to choose from on this stamp set. There's like holidays and appointments and doctors, and at the bottom here I'm doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner because there's 3 little spaces on these Inkwell planner inserts, and it just works perfect for me so I can track that kind of stuff. You can put whatever you want down there, you know, if you have appointments or things like that that you want to track, but me doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner is how I do. And then I'm adding some little hearts on Saturday because we are planning a date night. And then I added my mom's birthday in there and my nephew's birthday. There's a party going on. So all that fun stuff. Now I'm just cleaning up my mess, and then I will put that in my planner to show you guys how it looks all done up. And there we have it. What do you think? Isn't it so cute?